All right. We back at it once again. All right. So I'm finna cut a bob. Cut on my man right here. I've been cutting it for many, many years. And I cut him a little bit ago on video, but it was a little too dark for my liking. And I'm trying to figure out the light right now to see where I need to put the light at. I don't want this video to be too dark. Trying to see now. All right, we're getting it in there. We're making it happen. All right. What y'all got going on for Thanksgiving, man?
Me?
Yeah.
We driving out to Dallas. Get with the family out there.
Mm-hmm. Who doing the cooking?
Well, my brother from his hometown there, everybody pitching in and bringing in a little dish. He cooking briskets, rib tips. We're gonna have a big feast.
Okay, so y'all basically having a family reunion on Thanksgiving Day.
Family get together, yeah.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. My wife baking about 3-pound cake, potato pies.
So y'all gonna be traveling with the car smelling good. Hey, every 2 hours you just gotta make a stop, huh?
I want a piece of that pound cake now.
I know what you mean, bro.
Especially when they first come out the oven, boy.
Yeah, smelling off. Ain't nothing like that soft in the middle of that crust on the outside. Oh man, that buttery crust. Whew. Yeah, it's fun times in the year when Thanksgiving come around.
She had baked the cake once before, and when she got ready to take out the pan, it kind of
failed.
Well, the side, I went on Amazon and got 2 cake pans. I said, I bet you this nice big cake pan. So they come out beautiful this morning. I looked at it.
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
I'm looking to feast good tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
My brother can throw down and cooking too.
He can throw down, huh?
Oh yeah. Much of a cooking.
Well, you ain't had to.
I just want to say I ain't really had to.
Yeah, you got a wife that's doing that cooking, throwing down like that. You can just lay low. All right, he combs his hair from the back to the front, combs it all forward. So that's a different way of cutting a bob, but it's the same thing, but you're just going to go in the opposite direction. So around the back here, trying to keep this camera where y'all can see it. Of course, y'all know what I do. And because he go up, you don't really have to go that deep into the fade, the initial fade line, because he's going to comb his hair forward, all the way forward. So you want to leave your taper, your initial taper lines, you would like to leave them in a little lower than normal, because once you start doing the rest of the fade, you don't want that fade to start creeping all the way up the back of his head. So you just try to keep it kind of low, moderately low. Use your better judgment. Now you need to have an artist's eye when you're doing it though, so you want it to turn out right, okay? So y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to fade this out of his head. I'm gonna leave that alone right there, and I'm gonna grab 2 if I can find it. Well, whatever happened to my 2? I don't know. All right. But because he's going forward with it, I'm finna just go right over the ears just like this right here. And I'm gonna cut his hair forward. Right over his ears. And of course I'm using my angle. When I say angle, speaking of how I have it on side, here's his head. I'm on the side of his head like this here. You see that angle? I'm not flushed. You don't want to create lines. So I keep it at an angle. And I keep it to where I'm going to go up and fade to that angle. And that hair already be cut to my desired length. So like I tell people, it's all about creating guards without popping guards on and off. Alright, I got it at that, man. Because he's thin, you just got to be kind of careful. His hair is soft. So with his hair, you might have to use on your fade lines, your guard. You're not going to be able to cut so much with just using just this here. You got to use your guards in there. Hey, close the door. Jordan, help him out. Come on. All right. And here's what I mean by that. Because he's thin, I could do a lot with just this here. But because he's thin, I'm going to have to do the same, but with a guard. You understand what I'm saying? All right. I want to mess my light up here. And I'm still using angles right now. Still using angles before I start really putting that guard on his head level. Flat, I should say. Still using angles all the way around the back, every time. Now it's my first time going with it flat to take out a line. I just opened it up. If you notice, I was here. It closed. I just opened it up, and I using the top at the bottom of the fade. So I'm not trying to create no line. All right, now I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna see. Whoa, it's crazy. My cord had to be wrapped around the leg of the stand. Hey, you got a volume button on there? Turn it down for me just a little bit. I'm gonna block it. Like my arm's gonna block it, look like. Try my best not to do that. I want you to see. But it look like I'm gonna be blocking it a little bit when I come here. I'm gonna take a look in this mirror and I'm gonna check on his fade. See what I need to do to it. Alright, now I have a little line in there. Let's see what the improvements that I need to make and go from there. Alright, so I'm gonna just come right up in here and I'm gonna hit that some. I'm trying to take out some of this line. And see, like I said, he got that soft hair. Very soft. So when you have soft hair, you can't just go in there and just fade it the same. It's soft, you gotta be careful because you'll leave a line every inch of the way that you go. The reason I'm turning my clippers in so many different directions is because I see something in his hair that's preventing me from fading a certain spot. So it makes me wonder if he's been wearing some glasses or some hat or something. Sunshades, maybe. Been wearing some shades or something, man.
Glasses.
Oh, you wear glasses. Well, there you go. That proves what I'm saying right there. I can tell. Cause, to the up and coming barbers, like I said to you guys before, it's only so much fighting that you can do on certain things before you have to just leave it alone. It's not worth continue battling it. And I was battling that spot for a minute before I came to the conclusion that this has nothing to do with me here. It's just next to impossible to cut it out. Now, once you go home and shampoo it, that line will come out. Because it's just about the hair being under pressure. It just needs to be relaxed. That's it. Come on now, kick on in your camera. Close this blind back here, maybe that's the part of the problem. Yeah, that helped. There we go. That helped a whole lot. All right. So I'm gonna come back and touch it all up. But right now, I'm gonna go to the other side of his head, and we're gonna work on fading this out, getting this in. Everybody's different. I'm trying to find his lighting. See, before I start, even though I just hit it, you can see right there where he wears his glasses at. You can see that line. I'm gonna bring it up here a little closer so you can see it. Okay. You see that line right through there? That's what you be trying to cut out and fighting to cut out. And most of the time it's not going nowhere. So you have to find ways to cut that without making it look like it's jacked up. Hey, turn that down some. Turn that. Turn it all the way down. I can't have that type of music for copyright purposes. They come and get you in trouble for that on these YouTube channels. Y'all know that already. So that's what I'm up against. That's what I'm fighting against right there. So I'm trying to work that out without doing too much in this soft hair. When you have that soft hair, you have these problems. It's much harder to deal with this stuff. It is much harder because you don't have no room for error. Every time you lay that blade down on somebody's head, when you put that clipper on them with this soft hair, it has to be right. You have to put it in the right placement, or you're gonna create a new line. And you know, ifs, ands, maybes, or buts about that. All right. Now, if you notice, I cut with the grain from the front to the back with the 2 on the other side. This time I just went with the 1. Why? Because I'm finding a better way, I think, to cut his hair as I'm going. To help cut out some of those lines, I won't have to go back in there so much. I've learned something on the other side of his head that I can change on this side of his head. I'm going with it all over his ears, everything with it, you know. And then I'll come back and hit it with that, maybe. But over here, it's saving me a lot more time to do it this way. Yeah, well now I got that taper in there. It's nothing now for me to grab that tube or whatever guard I'm going to use and go over his ears. It's nothing. Which is what I'm going to do right now. Keeping it on the slight angle. And all this is doing is shaping up the rest of his bob. It's just a continuation of here. But I'm doing it to where I don't have to keep popping on and off all these guards, you know. Guards getting all caught and tangled up on top of each other. now that we're at this stage, I'm grab my liner again. So you have to put that liner on there. Go on and put that line so you can kind of see what you're working with, so you can know what's next for you. Because it saves you a lot of time of trying to sit there and try to figure something out. Sometimes you'll see it as soon as you put that line on it. Now this liner here, this liner that I'm using is a different from the liner I use on the other side. Same brand, but the reason I picked these up for this side because they bite a little harder. So because his hair is so fine, I don't have no wiggle room. I don't have any wiggle room to play with. So I want his hair to break right where I put these liners at. It needs to break instantly because I can't go in there and finagle with it too much. Because his type of hair is unforgiving. Now around his back, I might switch to the other ones. I don't want him to hurt him. So I'll try to see. You let me know if they bite me. Oh, Dave, an old school champ. He took it like a champ. He said he don't feel nothing. And that's how I want it. I don't want you to feel nothing. That mean they hitting, they on point. And everybody's skin is different, so you know, some people be like, oh, I feel it a little bit. And some just like Dave, they don't feel anything. Now you got a young guy like Jordan, he got the old tenderoni neck, he might be in here crying, you know what I mean? Alright. So we working here. Let's see where we at. Let's see what we got. We're gonna see where we at. Alright. You see we slowly bringing in that taper and that fade on in. It's there. We have the shape of our bob now. You see it. We working it. So now all I have to do now is put a blade on him and shape it up. Now, it's two ways to do a bob when you come into the end. And I actually hate one way because it's like a lost step, you know. You can shape him up right now like most people do, then come back with a razor. But the reason I don't like doing that with bobs is because you shaped his hair up already. And then when you're doing a razor, sometimes you put your finger in his head. Now you done put a palm print in his head and you just took that time shaping it up. So it just kind of make your job a little harder, you know, than you may want it to be. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and put a blade on him right quick and see how we can get this thing to turn out how we looking, how we want it to. Now he's not using any fibers, any chalk line, any sprays, none of that, you know. He's a older gentleman who just retired. He done put in his 40, nearly 50 years of work in the workforce in the world. And he's enjoying his retirement. You've been out there for a year now?
Yeah.
How you enjoying that retirement?
Greatly.
Greatly. Dude asked me the other day, he said, man, you say you can't wait to retire, huh? I said, I didn't say that. I said, I'll be wishing my life away then.
Yeah.
I'll be wishing it away. I just got to keep preparing for the retirement day, you know. And we that are self-employed, we have to do that. We have to do everything that you guys that get up, punch the clock, your company is doing for you. So you have to be 10 times well-rounded when you are self-employed, so that you can have something on your sunsetting years, you know.
So in other words, like say you like when it comes to Social Security, like for you when you cut hair and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I mean you don't have nothing coming out.
Well, yeah, when you pay your taxes, it does, and I check on it to see, you know, what's going on in Social Security or whatever.
Okay.
So you guys has been working 40, 50 years. Y'all Social Security. The average person Social Security, I know they work full time. They're getting like $2,000 a month, $1,800 a month. You know, some guys I know get more on their Social Security than they are their retirement check.
That's the reason I stayed in there, man, trying to get the maximum of what I can get.
And you made it.
I mean, a person come out under 62 and all that, they have to take a cut and all that.
Yeah.
The average person come out for they 62 or whatever, they can't be having no more than about 1,800 a month.
Right.
If you really look at this day and time, that really ain't no money.
Sure ain't.
Shoot, with the inflation and all.
Yep.
I almost hit the mark of 3,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On Social Security?
Yeah.
What?
About 2,600.
Are you serious? This man get $2,600. Hey, I think the comment's gonna be more on that than it's gonna be on on this haircut. This man get $2,600 just on Social Security, and we in the state of Mississippi. So in New York somewhere, it might be more than that for your Social Security. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. But man, that's great. And then you get that on top of your retirement, plus what you had in your 401.
My pension.
And your pension, yeah, your pension, yeah, you. Hey, Jordan. What's up? Let me get that back.
I'm ready at about 400 from having 5,000 mark coming in.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, this brother making $5,000 a month. Well, I can't say he said at the house. He worked for it. He put in his dues. Yeah. He put in his dues. I'll tell you that. All right, so y'all see what we got. Like I said, we got a nice shape up, a nice little fade going on around this, all the way around his head. Turn him this way just a little bit and kind of see what we got. All right. I'm just hit him with this pick just a little bit, not much. I don't want to take my fade out of whack too much. So he gave him a little fro. I heard him back there whine. What you finna do with it?
Put it down.
All right. Now we can get to the shaping up. Get him on to the house. He got to hit the highway. When y'all pulling out?
Midnight.
So y'all gonna drive all night?
Yeah.
And then get up?
It's about 8 hour drive.
What time y'all gonna start eating tomorrow? 3?
About 1.
Okay.
They said take pictures about 9:15. So I should make
9:15 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all not gonna be at the picture taking.
Rock on. They about 8 hour drive. I should make
So
it.
if you pull out at midnight, you get
I
there.
have about 2 hours to play with. 12.
You too old to just be working off for 2 hours of sleep.
Put it down about 8 o'clock. Put it down about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so, well, you might well just go and jump right out that car and go and dress up for that photo shoot, and then go get you some shut eye.
For what? So I'm resting today. I have time.
So you ready to be up for a straight 24 hours?
No. I won't be up no 24 hours.
Man,
If I get me a little sleep tonight, by the time I pull out, hey, one morning break, it's just like, hey.
So you talking about pulling out at 12 o'clock at night, right?
So I put me there about 8 o'clock. Then, I don't like the way they do the hotel now, so we probably go by there first, see. By the time our hotel is open, we'll go probably change clothes and stuff and come back. Then check out time like Friday morning by 11, so we probably check out and go back by there and stay about 2 or 3 hours. Then we're gonna hit the road coming back.
Okay. So you're going to do one day up there and come on back?
Yeah, I try to have a plan. Well, my granddaughter's birthday, she'll be have a sweet 16th birthday, so we got a few events going on here, that Saturday,
Okay.
Sunday.
That's winter's child.
That's us.
Okay.
I want to stay in Mobile,
In winter in Atlanta,
Virginia.
Virginia. I knew she was somewhere anyway.
All my kids getting old.
Everybody should be about 40 now.
Yeah, in their 40s.
You gonna find her.
I want to get my shoulder in the way of this here shape up, girl. He got a little salt and pepper going on in the head. For a man his age, though, he ain't got very much. See what y'all learn when you come to the barbershop? Y'all learn about your Social Security. Pay your taxes. I had a partner, man, he wasn't paying his taxes. And he was trying to buy a house. I had to do a lot for him to get him in that house. Just pay your taxes. It works for you in the long run.
Right, just like down that shipyard. Some people didn't even take out no pension.
Exactly. They just took all their money.
And it's rape, yeah.
Yep. Now they old. Now what you gonna do? Well, a lot of times, a lot of people didn't know about it. You know. They really, truly didn't understand why they should have put money into their retirement.
Yeah. I used to tell them young guys coming out, try to, hey man, put you some money in your retirement.
I ain't gonna lie, especially us. You know, we.
Oh yeah, we bad.
Yeah.
Cause
see, black folks don't trust nobody. We don't trust the system to put your money into some other man's hand to try to grow some retirement plan and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I think this past year, I think I made $10,000 off of my
Just stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
But see, once my maternity, whatever that's locked in. We can't touch that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be alright coming future.
Yeah, you got money coming in that ain't gonna never stop.
I mean, maybe 1 or 2 bills. I got some gutters put up. I told my wife I don't retire. I'm making bills. But hey,
Right. That's when you can make a deal when you're
watch
free.
my budget. Yeah, you got to watch your budget. Got to.
Yeah. That's how everybody go broke. Every company. Close that door. Close that door. Close that door. Hit my joint so you.
Just like when I was at work. When I go to make a will or something, I come up with a plan. I don't just jump in there. Hey, I look at that job, study that job, and then when I make my mind up just the way I'm gonna approach this job, and I go to work. It's just like you cutting hair. You know, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan. You sure do. You gotta have a game plan in life. If you don't, you lose.
You sure will.
Like me, man, I've never really just enjoyed my money. I really don't go on vacations. I really don't do anything. I don't really buy stuff for myself.
Yeah.
I buy houses and stuff like that because I still feel like I got to build. I don't think I'm nowhere near where I should be. So I'm constantly trying to build. You know what I'm saying? And in building, you can sometimes lose yourself because you got to have time for yourself. It just, it's just facts, And a lot of times, I don't do that. I don't give time to myself, man. Cause see, I'm a man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a man, bruh. And me going to a restaurant having a good meal is a good time for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a simple dude. I ain't even gotta watch the whole football game. I got enough out of it with the little bit that I saw.
I don't nearly watch sports like I used to, man. Hey,
Right.
On Sunday, sitting there watching them games like I used to.
Right.
I watch me a movie or something. Hey, if I know all I need to know what the outcome of the score is.
Right. Here's what I started, because I was a big sports guy myself. Here's what I started doing. I started realizing and learning the more I was trying to build my own retirement was I'm sitting here watching these rich guys. They're already rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much time do I need to continue to give somebody else when I could be doing this something for myself, And that's where I got. And once I got there, you start realizing how you don't even miss it. You don't miss watching the game as much. You know what I'm saying? I only went to 2 high school games this year. And one of those was this past weekend. I finally went to my second game. Normally I was at a game every week. But over the past 2 or 3 years, like I said, you're working, I leave here and go flip a house, working on the house. You really don't have time for it anymore. All right. Well, we just shaped him up about as good as we're going to get him. I'll let you guys see it. Just touch up where need be. All right. Alright, well, we're going to pull this up out of here and let you guys take a look at it. Tell me what you think. Right. Here we go. I have to always find that angle in that light. Still down just a little bit. Across the back. I cut all that with angles. All right. Brother looks sharp. You ready for that highway, man? That's all I can say to you. Nice round shape up from the back. Look at that. All the way around. Yeah. We keep it turning, keep him turning, keep it turning. All right. And as I always say, go right here. People, another satisfied customer, right? See,
A1.
hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you also.
There you go.
Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving.
There you go, brother.